Students, Earth Station. As we know, Earth Station is a vital element in any satellite communication network. The Earth segment of satellite system mainly consists of either transmitter Earth Station or receiver Earth Station to transmit or receive the signals from satellite. We have already seen the basic block diagram of the Earth Station, in which we have seen that there are different blocks like feed system, amplifiers, then modulators, etc. Today we'll learn about the transmit and receive type Earth Station. Now this figure, that is figure 1, shows the transmit and receive type Earth Station. Now you can see, if we'll start with the bottom of this transmit and receive type Earth Station, at bottom, the first block shows the interconnection equipment which is required between the Earth Station and the terrestrial network. Moreover, the signals coming from this equipment are multiplexed using suitable multiplexing technique. Suitable means either we can use TDMA, FDMA or CDMA multiplexing techniques, and according to these multiplexing techniques, the data or the signals are reformed and which is carried out by this multiplexing block here shown. Now there are two chains in this transmit receive type Earth Station. This one is the transmitter chain and another one is the receiver chain. So first we'll see the transmitter chain. So in transmitter chain, that is in this, there are, as we have seen, that the multiplex signals. So these multiplex signals is modulated onto a carrier wave at an IF, that is intermediate frequency, usually of 70 megahertz. For more than one microwave signal, there may be parallel IF chains are given like this. So as we know that there will be more than one signals, so that's why we'll need the parallel processing of these IF signals. So that's why the parallel units are there. After amplification, the modulated signals are then up converted to a suitable required microwave frequencies. That depends that which type of frequency band you are going to use, from 6 gigahertz to 14 gigahertz, for example. After passing through this up converter, the signals are combined. Now, after combining of these signals, the resulting wideband signal, because we have combined the signal, so the signal will be a wideband signal here. This resulting wideband signal is amplified using the power amplifiers. The wideband power is fed to an antenna through diplexer. Now, what is the use of diplexer? As we know that the diplexer will take care of separation of transmitting and receiving signals. So through the diplexer, this power amplified signal is fed to the antenna. Then through this antenna, the signals will be transmitted to the satellite. So this is all about the transmission chain of the transmit receiver type Earth Station. Now, looking to the receiver chain of this transmit receive type Earth Station, the signals received through antenna and feed system and through diplexer, the signals are given to the low noise amplifier first. Here, the signals received may be because of the noise during the downlink. there will be a very small signal can be received. So it is amplified using low noise amplifier. Now, this signal which is received from the low noise amplifier or from the satellite are the combined signals, because we have transmitted the signals after combining the signal. So at the receiver, we'll have the combined signal. So these combined signals are then divided using this divider network or divider circuit. Afterwards, the signals are then down converted to the intermediate frequency. Most probably we use the 70 megahertz of intermediate frequency in the satellite communication generally. So this is down converted to again the intermediate frequency level. Then after that, these signals are demodulated and demultiplexed. And finally, with the help of the equipment which is used for interconnecting the earth station to the terrestrial network, we can transfer our signal or fed our signal through the transmission link. Now students, we know that there may be a possibility of failure of any one equipment of the earth station. So to avoid this problem, generally there are redundant or duplicate units are kept during this transmission and receiver link. So this figure 2 shows the basic elements of the earth station which are duplicated. As I said, these are used to maintain redundancy. Now a redundant or duplicate unit is automatically switched into a circuit to replace a corresponding unit that has failed. So you can see now this one is the transmission link here and this one is the reception link here. So you can see here these dashed line blocks are actually the redundant units here, and different switches you can see here, this one, these two, these two. Now what is the use of this switch? That if, for example, say in the transmission link, if the up converter is failed here, so this link will be break. So to avoid it, this switch will sense the failure of this up converter, and this switch will give the command, or using this switch we can use the standby up converter here, which is there as a redundant unit. Samely for the reception link also, there are the redundant units kept in case of the failure of any one unit of the earth station. So this is what the transmit and receive type earth station. Thank you.